Hey friends, this is Abby with Abby's Musings, coming back at you again with not so much of another message, but more of an intro. I feel like I just jumped on the platforms of YouTube and TikTok and just started sharing verses, started sharing messages that I hope have been motivational and positive to you. Uh, Providing insights and encouragement that I hope that uh, the intent and the heart behind my mission has been coming across. I know a few of you have commented and liked and saved, and I certainly hope that God is using me in this space and in this season. What I failed to do was really just even give an intro of who I am. And there was a reason that I did that, and I believe there's a reason that God took me on that path that I just picked up and started recording. First of all, I had a lot of hesitation around doing it, but I wanted to be obedient to where God was leading. And I would say it had been several months where God had spoken to me and said, there's going to be a time when I really want you to use your voice and to share and to be encouraging and to leverage the scripture. And of course, like most of us, I focused so much on me and am I doing it right? And who's going to listen to me? And, am I really hearing instead of just being obedient and walking in faith? So, in order to get past my own self, what I started doing was just doing the videos. Now, you'll notice the videos change and progress, and the background and the lighting and even how I present myself, because I will be the first to tell you that I had no clue what I was doing. And it wasn't until after I started doing some videos and I says, okay, well, I guess I could, make myself a little presentable. It's not about me, it's about the message, but, I don't have to scare people in the process. So just a lot of trying to figure things out, and I'll continue to do so and continue to be consistent, because that's where God is leading. And I only trust that the messages are what you need. It's offering encouragement for the day. You can share with anyone that you think might need it. And as long as God is calling me to do so, I'm going to continue to share the messages. I'm going to do more than share the messages. I'm actually going to share, my thoughts and perspectives on different topics. I'm going to have different themes because I am a Bible-based trauma healing facilitator. So I do want to do a series on healing. Again, just a lot of ideas that God has really poured out, that I am getting my rhythm before I jump out there and do a whole lot. But I wanted to make sure that I was consistent in doing my videos. So a little about me. I am Abby, obviously. I live in the Washington, D.C. area. Actually, I live in Washington, D.C. itself. I am a Christian. I was not raised in a Christian household, so I don't have a story that talks about going to church and being in church every Sunday, but I had a praying grandmother who was in our household, and she went to church every Sunday, and we went with her periodically. But I did not come to know Christ for myself and have a journey and a relationship with God until I was 30 years old. I'm currently in my 50s, so I've been walking with God for a while. I am single. I don't have any children, but I live in the same city with nephews. I have a niece. I have, godchildren. So I have a lot of young people in my life who I'm very proud of, and that I look to pour into. A little on the professional side, I am a career coach and a career advisor. So periodically, you might hear me refer to some of that stuff or use an example that comes from that aspect of my life. I love to travel. I feel like I'm doing a dating profile, but I'm just trying to think of things that might be interesting. I love to travel. I love to cook. So, you might see some food videos. I think I've showed a couple already. You might see more of that. I'm actually working on a grief devotional. I lost my dad back in 2017. That had a tremendous impact on me and just the direction that I wanted to take my life. And in the process, in sharing my story and my thoughts and just being very open about my grief journey, I ended up just sharing a lot that other people found comforting. And I find that grief is an area that I really like to encourage people on and encourage their healing in other areas as well. But grief, I always seem to tune in. So I had gotten the idea to do a grief devotional. I wanted to make sure that I had been walking in the grief journey for a bit before I could even attempt to offer suggestions to anyone else, right? You got to walk and really be on the other side of something before you can share perspectives and insights. So that's a little bit about me, just to give you an idea of who I am and where I come from. I'm very, very passionate about my faith. I'm really passionate about helping others heal, for people to go within themselves, and for people to find a sense of joy and peace that I believe only comes from a relationship with God, and that you go out into the world then, and that you not only impact others, but that you walk in your purpose, because God has a plan and a purpose for all of our lives. So look forward to getting to share more of who I am on the different platforms, and hopefully get to know some of you as I even experience different things, food, clothing. I'm not the fashionista, but I try a couple of things: travel, even makeup. See, I've been playing around with a little bit of that. All right, so just wanted to share a little of who I am. I felt like, an unexpected or uninvited guest that just jumped into your space and started talking. So I wanted to pause and share a little of who I am, and I'm happy to keep sharing as time goes on. All right, so have a great day, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. God bless.